Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 8 British Tech Tree tank destroyer, the AT-15. This vehicle features an incredibly low alpha of only 225, which you might think makes it kind of a pretty lame tank destroyer, especially because it only goes 20, and its armor really isn't that impressive. However, if we actually take a look at this vehicle's gun, you'll notice there's a bit more than meets the eye. It features 4,000 damage per minute at tier 8. Yes, you heard that right. 4,000 damage per minute at tier 8. This is more DPM tier for tier than any other vehicle by a mile. At tier 9, there's only one tank that has more DPM than the AT-15, which is the Su-122-54. Apart from that, the Jagdtiger has the same 3,900, and even at tier 10, the Object 263 and Badger don't even get over 4,000. So this vehicle at tier 8 is deadlier than any other tank in the game. It is absolutely insane. Now, that does not make this tank overpowered, because as I said, it's slow. It does not feature a lot of damage per shot, and its armor isn't really that good. So, it's got a lot of weaknesses, but at the same time, the strengths are, they're pretty nasty. If people make a misplay and they allow you to either permanently track them or they allow you to shoot them for an extended period of time, yeah, they're going to regret it. So T-77 has already bled a pretty decent chunk of health, which is rather unfortunate for him, I guess. Let's see, we got the Super Hellcat. Come on, Tiger. I need to perma-track somebody. That's all I need to do. And then we get some beans. Oh my god, it's Gent. I didn't even notice. I did a stream with him yesterday. Alright, well, let's see if I can get some damage out here. And beans. And let's load in an HE for that Type 62. A boom. And another HE for the Type 62. A boom. And long live the Type 62, I guess. Alright, there you go. Nice shell into the Tiger, too. And dead. Alright, well, just like that, we've been able to get a pretty decent chunk of damage out. I'll be nice. I'm not going to farm Gent for now. I don't know if we're going to win or lose, but usually it's a nice rule of thumb not to bean on each other. So this is a Tiger with 1,000 health currently. We've already taken 450 off of him, and now that's around 600 and maybe 700 damage in. Now he's dead. Alright, well, just like that, we've been able to get a pretty decent chunk of damage out. Now, at this point, my team is kind of flanking, and actually they're kind of losing, so not a great job from our team so far, to be honest. I'm kind of hoping that our VK and whatever doesn't die incredibly fast. I'm going to make my way up this hill, and we'll see if we can get some damage out. T-34 gets a nice shot in, and Jen, unfortunately, looks like he bounces the other shot. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to... I'm not really sure. I'm just going to come off to the side over here, and we're going to finish off the Type. He's dead. Nice. And then we're going to try and get this Su-101. Speed, fire! Ah, rip. Well, Su's probably going to kill the T-34, which makes sense. We're going to get one shell into the Su, and two shells into the Su. Doesn't look like we're going to get any more out, but at this point, it's a win anyway. This is just a great example of what the AT is capable of doing. Like, yeah, it's not a high alpha. It's not the most armor. But in this game, we didn't do a crazy amount, but you can definitely see some moments like when that Type 62 got stuck in front of us where we were able to absolutely farm the living crap out of his tank. So we did 2,400 damage. Nothing insane, but I'll take it. That's a pretty decent result for Tier 8, and we came out with a victory. So let us see. 2463. We only blocked 200. Second class, which makes sense. Gent got a rather unfortunate team, but there's not much you can really do about that at the end of the day. I had a Barask video, which actually is already posted by the time you're watching this, where I had the worst team ever. But, yeah, there's really not much you can do about that. This game, we are up against some more Tier 8. A Smasher, Skoda. Mediums are definitely a very big counter to the AT. It's actually a lot better at dealing with heavies, because let's say an IS-3 shoots you with a 12.5 second reload. Well, in that 12.5 seconds, you can literally farm the living daylights out of that vehicle. You can shoot it 4 times in return if you activate Adrenaline, which is over 1,000 damage. So Yeah, I mean, literally, because the IS series tanks have 2000 DPM, for every 400 damage they deal to you, in return you can deal an additional 400 back. So, it's mediums that you have to be a little bit more careful, because you're not really mobile enough to, you know, get to them. But we'll see. We will see. The nice thing is that mediums can't out-trade you. Like, the Defender Mark 1 and Škoda both feature the same damage per shot as my tank. In fact, the Defender has less damage per shot. It's 190. So what that means is if the enemy mediums try to trade with me, I'm always going to out-reload them unless it's to Škoda, and I'm always going to out-pen them, I'm always going to out-DPM them, so that is a benefit about this vehicle. Now, it looks like this game, the enemy mediums are not winning. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They've kind of boxed themselves in here. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. The only problem, again, with the AT is it's really freaking slow, which means making your way into the front line takes literally an eternity. That shot, I don't even know what to say about that shot. But hey, we got 7 damage. I guess it's 7 more damage than I would have had to begin with. We got the Škoda off to the side. Missed the first shell, but that doesn't really bother me. There's the WZ-120, so we know where he is, but ooh, baby. Oh, come on. Bonk. Oh, alright, let's just start using our adrenaline on this guy. Really? My loader's dead? Alright, nah, I'm gonna sit right here and we're just gonna farm. There's 2. Oh, is nobody gonna spot him? Well, unfortunate. We're just gonna back up if that's the case. This team is not looking great as of right now, I'll be real. Our T-2065 is getting absolutely beamed, but maybe we can get some damage into the IS-6. There's 1 pen, and 2 pens. Okay. I don't really care if the IS pens me. I do care if we get hit by the other guys, though. So let's, oh my god, I got a damage loader again. Are you serious? Like, bro, I cannot believe this game. Is my loader in that little cubby there? Because if he is, that's so absolutely cringe. Alright, well, we're going to try and back up. Like, at this point, I'm kind of screwed, to be real. We have no support from our team. And with a damaged loader, there's really not much I can do in terms of damage per minute either. So, it's a little unfortunate, the circumstance we've been given here. The AT-15 is a tank that greatly excels at town fighting, and that is actually because it has a really, really good gun arc value. You can notice how the mantlet on the vehicle is a sort of rounded cone-shaped design. Because of that, when you're poking corners, you can see that the gun actually has a lot of arc, making it very good for angling, and if you poke the correct angles, you can hide that hatch on the top. So that's kind of how the AT should be played. Unfortunately, on a map like Castilla, this is probably one of the worst maps I could have gotten. They only have literally 1 heavy, which is even worse. When the enemy team has a lot of heavies and they try going up Sea Hill, yeah, it's a field day, because you can farm like crazy. But when you have a Chimera going up the TD Hill, because he's useless, yeah, it's not a very good day. So yes, we'll see what I can do. Mediums are a pretty big counter to the AT, because obviously this thing doesn't feature a lot of mobility. And my Comet's running away. Wow, this is, if I can describe this battle right now, one of the worst early game positioning teams I've ever seen. Like, holy bad. This is atrocious. Now, we have spotted the enemy T-49, which I guess is a good thing. We got a little bit of assistance, 300. Probably from our Chimera, farming on the hill. I like how the tank destroyer that goes 20 is giving shots to our Chimera, which goes 50. What? Alright, either way, we've got the Pharaoh All-Seeing, which is going to be seeing death in just a moment. Oh my. Alright, well, let's just drive up, and Pharaoh gets 2 shells into my Škoda, but I hate to break it to you, Pharaoh. We're going to put on our adrenaline here. He's probably going to pen me. Okay, gun. I have nothing to say. 4,000 DPM, unless my gun misses every shot known to humankind. Alright, well, there's 2, and 3, and 4. Goodbye. Alright, well, that was pretty easy, I'm not going to lie. If my gun had decided to work a little bit more there, it could have been a heck of a lot easier, but oh well. I actually run Refined on this vehicle, but maybe I should be running V-Stabs, because it seems like maybe V-Stabs is a better option when this gun just did that to me. Alright, well, let's make our way up the hill. Something you will notice about this tank is that while it's not very fast, it does actually feature a decent power to weight, so climbing up hills is not actually the end of the world. At this point, our Chimera is still camping at the back, bro. How can you be that bad at the game? Let's see. We got some tanks in front of us. The Comet. Oh, we got the LIS right in front of us. Hello, Mr. LIS. Goodbye. That was pretty easy. We got the Semovente in the back. There's 1 pen into his vehicle, and 2 pens into his tank, and 3. There you go. Pretty easy shots there. The Comet now pulls off in front of us. There's 1 pen, and Goodbye. What? 187 from a 220 Alpha. Breh. Well, that's fine. He's dead anyway. All that's left is the T-49. As we can see again, the AT, it's slow, but it's just insane. The gun annihilates everything in front of you. If that Skoda was not here, we still would have been fine. I mean, the tank is just absolutely ridiculous. So you might not always get a crazy amount of damage out because it's not fast, and speed is definitely a very important factor in the game. If you're not using a tune mate, the AT falls apart very quickly. But hey, we did over 2,000 damage again. We assisted over 1,000, spotting, I guess, tanks up on the hill, and we did top on the team. So I really can't complain. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.